Yeah, I'll try. Yeah, I'll try. And that's David talking. This is Ian. I'm on the video too, watching the chat. So if you have any questions, I will relay those to David. Okay. David, we have a very important question. Jake is asking if Skyrim is a good game.
Shattering Crystal has been removed from your spell book.
Oh. Oh. Is that what you want to do for your next headline? Skyrim, great game or greatest game? So just like that, you encountered a dragon?
Somebody help! Someone do something! Help! I'm getting out of here.
Fight bravely, my friend. Let us put an end to this winged demon together.
I never would have believed
Mutually
it
beneficial, I
if I
think.
hadn't seen it with my
I
own
am
eyes.
glad to be by your side.
What manner of magic is this?
You are a very interesting individual.
Is that a mod or is that in the core game?
Maybe dead now, but where did it come from?
Do those stay for the length of the game, or do they eventually deteriorate? How many of the mods do you have installed at this point? Did you delete everything that you had previously?
Seems like Dorothy grows a head taller every season.
Aye, she's helping me in the house and even helps her father at the forge.
She'll make a fine wife someday.
Thanks, sure, I have a lot of years before I have to worry about that.
Mm. It's so crazy because I don't have sort of the history insight into how these mods came to be, or how quickly, like how quickly after the game was released did they have serious mods?
Care to have a drink with me, sweet
Mm.
secret?
Yeah. I'm having trouble pulling up the stream. I'm sure it's running. My internet connection is being weird.
Has my son Sven asked to join the war?
Not this again.
If he does, tell him how bad the food is and how dangerous it is.
Look, old woman. If your boy wants to learn how to fight, we'll teach him. Now off with you.
I can't remember. Did you mention if there are any enemies? I'm curious what the... Yeah, you were wondering if this was going to breathe life into the mod community. Do you think that's happening? Hmm. Hmm.
Done. You can no longer activate
Yeah, it
Shadow
sounds like
Run
our
with your
viewers
voice.
are fellow VR modders. There's a subreddit specifically for the VR version, or just Skyrim?
Sorry, Mr. Crab.
Yeah, it sounds like there's some competing management software, like new management software that's out there. Someone's mentioning, yeah, what's the Nexus one? I heard there's other solutions. Mm. You know the guide you made to tips to make it more immersive. Is that list getting longer? And Krister's asking what grass mod you're using. So hold on 1 second, David. So you're able to hear me, Ian, right now talking, but you're not able to hear David giving all sorts of details.
All right,
He's fixing it.
you guys should be able to hear me now. I'm really sorry about that.
We are getting wet.
Sorry about that. Now you can hear his wonderful answers. So,
Yeah, so I might have to go back and answer all the questions again if no one was able to hear anything I said.
grass mod. So let's start there, and I'll remind you what some of the other questions were.
Okay, yeah. So the main landscape mod that I'm using is called Realistic Skyrim Overhaul. That's on ModDB. It's actually not available on the Nexus right now. And there are some threads on the subreddit for Skyrim VR about how to install it. And then over the top of that, I've installed Noble, which is a Skyrim texture pack that is on the Nexus. And then specifically for grass, I'm using Verdant, V-E-R-D-A-N-T. And that specifically addresses the grass textures. So all three of those together, as well as the mesh improvement mod, and then I'm using mythical weathers. All those things together, I feel like really just add up to making it really, really nice. If you're not familiar with modding Skyrim, then the order that you install mods is pretty important. So the order I listed them is the order I would install them in and have each subsequent mod overwrite the previous one. Because there are some things that the Noble pack addresses that the Realistic Overhaul doesn't address, and so whenever you install them in that order, it covers the entire game with all new textures. Okay, so let me see here. Actually,
there's also the question about what kind of management software you use for the mods.
I use the Nexus Mod Manager, which is available on the Nexus website where most of these mods are at. Yeah, so a lot of the mods will come with powers that go into your inventory that you can activate to actually customize and tweak things. So for example, the Mythical Ages mod that I have installed, the way that the world looks right now, the tint to the world, it's on default, but if I wanted, I could do Pixar, which really makes things a lot brighter and more lively. It's hard to tell because it's raining right now, so it's not really a good environment to give you an example. But if I were to do it again, I could pick, Harsh, which makes it a little bit darker and bleaker. I could activate Fantasy, which is kind of not quite to the Pixar level of brightness and colorfulness. I feel like
I need to see the Master Sword, man.
All right, fine. So I guess I have two options then for the Master Sword. I can either wait until I get to it for the main mod that I'm showing, or I know I installed a second mod that has the Master Sword at a predetermined location. I can quickly just go get it. Which one would you prefer?
I'm curious how it looks up close. That's all that matters to me. Is I'm curious what that whole interaction is like.
Okay.
So it's up to you.
What we'll do is I will go to this area here. So this mod is called the Kokiri and Temple of Time on the Nexus. It only adds a handful of things. It adds the Temple of Time, the Master Sword, the Fairy Bow, and Epona, the horse. So it adds them to the game in this location here, and that's it. It doesn't do any work to make it feel like it's part of the world or anything like that. It just kind of, plops it into the world for you to go find. Actually, I want to wait until it's not raining so much. This is kind of frustrating because you can't really appreciate a lot of the environments. So stand by. Okay, so it's nighttime now. It's not raining. So if I wait until morning, we should be good.
Has anyone coined that before? Virtual world problems? That's not even a first world problem. That's a virtual world problem.
All right. Ah, there we go. Beautiful. Perfect. So which preset do I have on right now? I think, is it fantasy? Yeah, okay. I'll leave it this way. And so this is supposed to feel like the Kokiri Forest from Ocarina of Time. It's not, you know, like a one-to-one replica or anything, but that's kind of the vibe they were going for. And this is like the ruins of the Temple of Time, which is where the Master Sword is located in Ocarina of Time. And whenever you go through that door, it's kind of like a portal. So I'm actually going to get to go visit the Temple of Time. And for whenever I play, usually I have the music turned off just for more immersion. But because we're doing Zelda stuff, I think it's more appropriate for me to turn the music back on. I won't have it up too loud. Alright. Now let's head inside. Yeah. You'll recognize the choir in the background humming the Song of Time right now. There's the hero's bow. Beautiful. Just look at that. It's even got the runes on there. Oh, that's so nice. Alright. Alright, Ian, here you go. I'm gonna give you what you want. It's even got the rune. I think you need to mute the video. I can hear myself.
Sorry, I wanted to hear the music.
Oh, okay. Ooh, man. There she is. I don't know if I'm worthy. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
Woo! That was anticlimactic. There's nothing happens. Okay, I'll equip it now so you can... Oh, yeah. Look at her. So nice. And before you say something, I can call it a her because the spirit inside the sword is a female spirit from Skyward Sword, and they already confirmed that. That's lore, so there you go.
Yeah, Krister mentioned something that I was thinking about too. It's kind of true for you, where you're not going to play other games because you're playing Skyrim so much. I wonder how many hours. Like, what's the breakdown of hours of someone's spending time with Skyrim versus another game like Lone Echo or Echo Arena? Like, it's got to be. Some people spend a couple hours, and then there's got to be such a big category of people that spend hundreds.
Yeah, I would say most people that are buying Skyrim in VR are probably people that have played it already. I would say, generally speaking, for the most part. And a lot of those people are probably playing it specifically because they want to spend a ton of time inside that world. And I don't know of anyone that, you know, bought Skyrim and they played it for a couple hours and they're like, okay, that's fine. You know, if it's not the game for you, then, you know, that's one thing. And a lot of people have, I've seen on Reddit, people have returned it. It wasn't what they thought it was. And, you know, but I feel like most of the time if someone buys Skyrim VR, you know, they know what they're getting into. And, you know, this is the kind of game that you can really live in for pretty much, you know, an infinite amount of time because of the mods. And that's not really that hyperbolic because the core game already has hundreds of hours of content, plus the mods on top of that. It's just ridiculous. And so,
Sure.
Just real quick here, this is where the Hylian shield is. So, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful specimen. And so, while I'm playing this Zelda stuff, it's going to be relatively easy for the most part because these items are pretty overpowered. You know, I could go in and, you know, tweak that stuff. And the other mod that I have, Relics of Hyrule, those items are more, you know, lore friendly. But these two here that I got from this mod, these are designed to just make you feel like a complete badass.
They look so shiny and pretty.
Yeah, this Hylian shield model is great. As someone that literally has a Hylian shield hanging on his wall, I can confirm that this is exactly what it looks like.
Krister says that they stopped playing 2 years ago when they heard that it was coming to VR, just to re-experience it again in VR.
That's very smart. I am so envious of people that haven't played at all. I would love to experience this for the first time in VR.
Well, so and have you prepared that post? Have you written that one already of just why Skyrim VR should be your first experience, and you know, give a breakdown of literally everything you need. Like, this is the graphics card. This
Here we
is
go.
the
This is
setup
Epona.
you have.
This is Epona, Ian. Be quiet. Oh, yes. Good girl. Okay, sorry.
Is there an Ocarina mod?
Oh.
Because that would be pretty awesome.
Oh, no. The Relics of Hyrule mod that I have installed, it has pretty much any Zelda item you can imagine. There's the...
No, I want you to, like, do songs.
No, I know what you want. And there is an Ocarina. It is in here. It's just, I don't know if I'll be able to get to it on this stream, because I have to get through a dungeon.
Through a dungeon? That's ridiculous.
No, so let me just recap real quick. Relics of Hyrule, the way it's structured is there's a lot of items spread across the whole game, right? So I can't see the world map right now because I'm in this location. But all across the game, all the tombs, all the caves, all the crypts, there's chests and there's people carrying items that are from Zelda. But then there are 3 dungeons that, once completed, you learn songs that are used to open gates to another plane, which connects to Ganon's tower, which you then beat that to get the pieces of the Triforce, and you actually get to go put the Triforce together and like see it in all of its glory. That's the end goal of that mod. But I mean, it takes...
That was one of the geekiest things I've ever said, but also pretty cool.
Oh, those are the same thing to me.
Yeah, well, like, you just described a perfect merging. We talked about this about Ready Player One.
Whoa. I don't know what happened. Oh, whoa, that was crazy. It spawned me in the sky, and I fell, but I didn't die. And I don't know. That was nuts. That's what happens with mods, I guess.
I just can't. When you say so much content is there, you get the impression that it's probably going to be hollow. Like, that's just, for someone who doesn't see this or understand it, when you say it's conceivably infinite, you just get the impression that that would be a hollow experience. And I think you've got a hard case to make for people that have never done Skyrim before, to say, okay, these are the mods you should install before playing Skyrim for the first time ever.
No. I would recommend people play for at least a couple hours without mods.
A couple hours.
Yeah.
So, like,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Have you done a guide for a Skyrim first timer?
I don't think I get to keep Epona. I think she has to stay inside that area. That's kind of lame. But no, I haven't. That's definitely a good idea for a post, for sure.
I think that's me, and I think
oh
that's
man,
gonna be
another freaking dragon. Alright, this is my first dragon fight with the Master Sword.
Oh.
Alright, let me get my hero's bow out. For some reason my follower's not here. I don't know what happened to him. He's trapped in the sacred realm. Oh god, that dragon's huge. You know, whenever you're playing this game in VR, having to actually crane your neck up to look at dragons as they fly over, I mean, that cannot be overstated.
Never gets old?
It really, really doesn't. He doesn't want to attack. What is he doing? He's just teasing me. Oh man, this... I don't know which mod is causing this foggy effect, but I can't see him right now. All I can do is hear him, and it is freaking me out. Because I don't know where he's at. Alright, I think he might have left. I don't know. Maybe you never saw me. That was crazy. Alright, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just so worried about your fight with the dragon. I was just gonna say, first timers, that's kind of like me. But I imagine that there's a certain section of people that haven't bought VR headsets yet that would want to buy the graphics card, the headset, and Skyrim VR, and just disappear for a week. And I would like to hear what you would advise those people.
You know, if you have a 1080, great. But I'm playing with the 980 Ti, and I've seen people on Reddit playing with 1060s and 1070s. You know, oh whoa, it's a spider. So I mean, it's not necessary to have a fully decked out 1080 or anything like that. It would likely make it better, but you know, it's not really required. From what I've heard, texture mods, you know, like the grass ones, the landscapes ones, all those kind of visual mods are very GPU heavy. So having a lot of VRAM on your GPU is probably important. Then the rest of the stuff is more processor heavy and RAM heavy, is what I've heard. I'm not really a tech guy, so I don't know the ins and outs of how all that works. But then, you know, just generally speaking, I would say that whenever you play this game, it's important to, you know, let yourself kind of suspend disbelief and get wrapped up in it. You know, whenever you're playing on a 2D screen, it's very easy to, you know, just remind yourself it's just a game. You know, these characters aren't real. But whenever you're playing in VR, it's a lot more fun to, you know, just get lost in it all. To go to a tavern and sit down and listen to a bard singing, or order a drink and have someone deliver it to you, or chat with Inigo here about his life and his past, and read the books and read the journals. And I mean, there's so many lore type things that you can do that just really enhances everything. That would be my number one tip, is to approach it, especially in VR, approach it like it's a world you're visiting and not a game you're playing. So this is a secret grotto. These are things added by the Relics of Hyrule mod. See, it's marked by fairy here, and there are some Zelda items down here. So what I'm going to do is go down and see what I find. I know what is down here just from, you know, research that I've done. Oh man, that crashed it. It didn't want to load that.
Crash the whole game?
Yeah. Let me see if I try it again it'll work. If not, then that area might be bugged or something. And so that's one of the things that happens with mods.
If there's a mod to make it possible to parry with swords?
Parrying, I'm not sure. I think there were in the 2D version, but I think that required the mod edit to the animations of your player character to add parrying. So I'm not sure if that's going to be possible in VR, because obviously, you know, the sword isn't being animated. You're the one holding it. So stuff like that might be a little dicey. I'm not sure. I know that... Oh, go ahead.
There's a pretty good question here that whether you can use an arrow as a melee weapon.
I don't think so. You can punch with your bow to stun, but I don't know if you can stab with the arrow. Let me give it a try. It'd be a neat feature if you can. So I think there's a spider that appeared as soon as I... Oh, wait. Am I not in that location anymore? Okay. Okay, I'm over here by the mountain pass again. Yeah, so whenever I went here, there was a spider, and I'll try stabbing it with an arrow and see what happens. No, it doesn't appear to do anything.
Oh. Well,
but see, you can punch it with your bow, which I just did right there. And that stuns stuff and knocks it away so you can get some distance. Okay, so let's go try that grotto again. and see if it'll load this time. If it crashes again, then I'm just going to assume that area is bugged or something. And we will try a different spot. Oh, I think that's added by the mod too. This is the fox that looks like the Keaton mask from Ocarina of Time. Let me see if I can kill it. Oh, he is elusive.
Be ready for a fight, my friend.
Oh, come on.
I'm kind of rooting for the fox.
How dare you? This is important. I swear it looks like I'm hitting him.
The
Come
super
on.
fox?
Yeah, apparently. Okay, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, he's all the way up there? Okay, he got away. It's because you rooted against me. Guess I can't go in there. Alright. So let's try that secret grotto again and see if we can get down in there. I'll save right before so I don't have to travel back if it crashes again. Okay. Quick save. Alright, good. Let's see. Yeah, it crashed again. Okay, so this area must be bugged or something. I'll just go past it and try a different spot.
You talked about it's a special edition, was it, of Skyrim that's required?
No, you don't have to own Skyrim previously. But this version is based on the special edition. So if you go on the Nexus mod website, the mods you want to look at are the special edition mods because those are the ones that'll be compatible. Not all of them, but most of them.
Well, so the fact that the area just got bugged out is kind of one of the most immersion-breaking things that can possibly happen. And that's kind of what goes hand in hand with modding your game. But is there a list of, like, if you're doing that Skyrim for the first timer, you don't want it to break. So are there certain mods that are riskier and more likely to break?
Yeah, I would say mods that add like large amounts of new content like this. Like this mod added this trapdoor to a new area that didn't exist previously. So that's, those things are riskier. But mods that just, update the graphics to make it look a little better, add a few items or add followers, things like that are less risky. Like you're not going to have to worry about the game crashing because, Inigo here, he follows me everywhere I go. So, he's just going to hang out with me. That's not going to really cause any issues usually. It's the ones that add features, like add, like this one mod used to give people problems, but then they patched it. That adds a whole lot of new skills. Like all of these skill trees here are dramatically expanded. So that mod originally gave a lot of issues for VR because there wasn't a way to extend the skill trees, but then they fixed it. So stuff like that is a little trickier, but things that just add graphics or add, like some items or a couple of features like, a follower here or there, those kind of things usually are going to be fine. Oh, there's a bandit. Let's go see how much damage I can do with this Master Sword. I want to see if I can one-shot him.
I can take you.
Oh yeah, so satisfying. Yeah. Seeing blood on the Master Sword is not something that I thought I would ever see. That's pretty amazing. What the heck? Oh my god. Oh my god, that thing just one-shot me. What the hell was that thing? I have no idea what just happened. I should have ran away from that thing. I was not prepared.
Alright, so you sent me that ridiculous video from VR chat, and, like, that's craziness on a whole nother level. Like, that's social craziness is different from the kind of craziness you're showing with these mods. But, is this satisfying in a way that, like,
nice,
you wanted from Ready Player One?
For me personally, I would say so, just because I am a big fantasy nerd. So these, like, if Ready Player One existed and I could live in any world, you know, like Tamriel and Hyrule are like the two worlds that I would want to live in. So, you know, as far as my own personal wish fulfillment, it doesn't get a whole lot better. Obviously, I would love to have a haptic vest and a omnidirectional treadmill that works perfectly like in the movie, and, you know, headsets that are super crisp and clear and all those things that he has. That would make it way better. And as well as multiplayer, you know, I want to embody this world with other people. But until that exists, this is pretty close.
I also wonder, come to think of it, there was that report recently suggesting that harassment is a huge impediment to women wanting to try social VR experiences. And I'm wondering how popular such a solitary experience would be among people that don't want to sort of deal with people trolling them or being weird.
Yeah, no, I think that's totally valid. It's one of those things that's like, you know, if someone wants a multiplayer experience, then, you know, it's not going to be really the same for them to play something solitary. You know, people shouldn't have to retreat in order to feel, you know, like they can be happy. But, you know, until there are ways to monitor that kind of stuff, you know, I would willingly play Skyrim VR over pretty much any other VR game if I was given the choice. Alright, so this spot we're at now is called Orphan's Tear. It's actually already part of the main game. It's a little wrecked ship here that got infested by bandits. This is Solitude, so it's over here by Solitude. And the reason why I'm here is because, see that ferry right there? There's a ship that I can get on that will actually take me to one of the first dungeons added by the Zelda mod. So hopefully I can actually enter the dungeon.
And it won't break.
Yeah, that would be ideal.
It's not a very good sign for mods if every time that you try mods they break. That's what I'd love to see.
Well, I think it's important not to, you know, misrepresent the issues. You know, a lot of these mods, no one has said that they're supposed to work in VR. So, you know, I'm kind of venturing outside of what's proven to work.
Sure, but I think we're still in this kind of early phase where there's a group of people that want to get it up and running and add that level of immersion without it breaking over the course of weeks or days.
Yeah.
Even knowing that it's supposed to be buggy, but isn't Bethesda known for releasing these games with a fair number of bugs to begin with?
That's very true. Yeah, I mean, there are patches made by members of the mod community that address a lot of issues that, frankly, should have been fixed by Bethesda themselves. You know, there's one called the Unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch that was specifically made to fix bugs in the Special Edition version of the game, which is already a re-release, so it shouldn't have even had that many bugs to begin with. But yeah, Bethesda games are buggy. It's just one of those things that's accepted.
Did you save? Did you save?
I just did, yeah.
And someone asked, have you tried Unbelievable Grass 2?
I have not. Ooh, okay.
We are. Why you picked Verdant.
It was one of the ones that I've used in the past, and it was recommended as one that didn't affect performance too much, so I picked it. I had Flora Overhaul before, but I noticed that it seemed like I was dropping frames a lot whenever I was in a heavily forested area, and Verdant doesn't seem to have that issue, so that's why I switched. So here I am. This is... Oh wow, that's... I don't know if you can really see this on the stream, but in the distance I can see the top of Solitude, the capital of Skyrim right there. That's a really nice little view inside the fog. Oh, my character's breath is coming out too, because I'm here in the cold.
Yeah, Krista, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I don't think I really explained it clearly to David, but that's sort of what I'm getting at. That I think someone needs to prep starter packs that are tried and true in VR, and say that we've tried this for 100 hours and it works. Yeah, I would agree with that. You know, this isn't the perfect answer, but Reddit's really good at that kind of stuff. You know, there are threads on there of, you know, what people use. But I do think there would be a lot of value in an article that was just like, you know, Skyrim VR starter guide or something like that. First time player's guide to Skyrim VR. That just kind of goes over tips and mods that you should install. So that's something I'll kick around as an idea. So just before we talk more, I'm going to try to go inside this dungeon. I'm hoping it works. Fingers crossed. It looks like it works. Oh man. Is my followers with me? It's really dark though, so I don't know if you can really see much. I have a torch that I can equip, but it doesn't help a ton. I wonder if I have the candlelight spell. That would be really nice to have right now. Yeah, the torch helps. As long as you get close to stuff with that torch.
Okay, not there. Alteration. I don't remember. I think it might be under illusion. Yeah, I don't think I have the candlelight spell. It might be worth me going and just grabbing that real quick. I know where I can buy it. What do you think? Is it? Can you see the whole room, or can you only see what's right in front of me?
No. So wait. It depends. I'm a little bit delayed.
Okay.
When you're, it's hard to see the far wall sometimes.
Okay, I just went down the elevator for this dungeon. Let's see how this room looks. So, this is a pretty long hallway. I don't know if you can see anything.
Yeah, I can see down the hallway.
Okay, well...
I can't see the end of it, but I can see down it.
Okay. And see, one thing that I really like is this mod, the dungeons, are very much like Zelda dungeons, right? So, like, I started here in this room, and there's a door right here that needs a key. Just like in Zelda games where you need keys to open a lot of doors. So, I'm gonna go through this door. Let's see what's over here. Let me see. Did I turn the music on? Yeah, okay. Whoa, where are those? Whoa, what the heck?
Floating jellyfish thingies.
Yeah, a wisp core. A songbook.
How formally does Bethesda embrace mods?
Pretty formally. In the official like PC and console versions of Special Edition, there's a whole mod interface that you can navigate through. The Twitter accounts promote specific mods. I think every Friday they do like a featured mod Friday. They're fully aware that the modding community is a big part of their games, and they support them pretty well. I mean, the whole Creation Club was their way of trying to help modders monetize their work. It wasn't really received that well because, things that are usually free, people don't want to pay for, so I'm not sure how well that's going, but, what was that? Oh, okay. Let's venture deeper into this dungeon. Oh!
Let's get this over with.
Yeah, this version of the Master Sword is way overpowered. It's kind of funny. It'll make getting through this dungeon a lot faster. Oh, there's a weapon added, the Gerudo Naginata. That looks pretty cool.
Christopher says, obviously, that no one would play Skyrim if there weren't for mods.
I mean...
Still, at this point, 7 years later.
Yeah, at this point, I would agree. When it came out, I originally bought it on PS3 and probably sunk, at least 50 to 60 hours into it before I got it on PC and then started modding it. So, whenever it first came out, there was totally incentive to play it, even without mods, because it was new, of course, but now mods are really what's keeping it alive. So I just found a small key. That'll probably open that door back there. I'm gonna keep going a little deeper, though. I want to see what's back here. Oh, God.
Is our blessing.
Scare the crap out of me.
This dungeon's really detailed. I mean, how much of this is the original map? Or is it all added?
This entire dungeon was custom made for this mod. And a lot of the enemies so far have just been slight variations of enemies already in the game. Oh dang. That's a lot of spiders. That was a good arm workout.
Yeah, you got super sword for a reason.
Alright. There's still a spider alive. Oh man, I know I'm eventually going to come across some Re-Dead, which are like the zombies from the Zelda universe. These used to always scare me when I was a kid. That creepy sound they made. I don't know if that's in this mod or not. Alright, use my key to unlock that door. I feel like the music's really loud. I'm going to turn it down. Okay. Trying to keep an eye out for anything that looks like it's a tucked away hidden chest or something. I don't want to miss any items. Oh, that's a new shield. The Armo shield. He had a rupee. Hylian scout helmet. Gerudo saber. Yeah, these are all items added by this mod. That's pretty cool. It doesn't look like Inigo followed me down here, so I might be on my own for now.
Sorry, what was that?
I just said it doesn't look like my follower came down here with me, and so I'm going to be on my own. I don't know if he got stuck or something. Ooh, he had 2 rupees. Well, that's a big spider. And so you can see how these spiders are different than the vanilla game ones, because he's added the skull design here to make them look like the Skulltulas from the Zelda games.
I'm curious if people like Cloudhead have been playing this.
Who?
The people behind Game Like the Gallery.
Oh.
Or the Mage even. I'm curious if they've tried playing this yet, and I'm curious how they feel about their efforts in comparison to this. And because there's so much to be said about the volume of the content that they can get to it. It's tough to compete with that.
Yeah, I mean, Bethesda, the size of that studio is just so dramatically, you know, larger than any current VR studio that, you know, and this game was originally made so long ago. Porting a game to VR is very different than building one from ground up. How do I get to that chest over there? No.
Yeah, people in the comments were debating the port versus original aspect of it.
What about this door? Nope. Oh wait, I have a key, okay.
It's interesting to put this in comparison to things like Rec Room and I think Rec Room's the big one, but they're starting to add a lot of user-generated content in there. And I don't know how long it's going to take for you to get something that you can generate content for at the scale that a game like this allows.
Yeah. I mean, the scale and also just the quality.
Yeah. It's such a different type of... We still need to go on some quests in Rec Room, by the way.
Yeah, I've been meaning to. Ooh, that's a nice sword. Alright. Nice, that was a good shot. Whoops. Whoa! Oh my god! I don't know what that thing is. I couldn't even move. I don't know what it did to me.
I didn't really pay attention to that mod debate you were talking about. I didn't really follow it closely, but it's always a tricky thing when you're dealing with other people's IP. With Zelda, it's a perfect example. Does Nintendo ever complain about that sort of thing?
You know, I felt like they would have. You know, I thought they would because the Switch version of Skyrim has official Zelda content in it. So it seems a little weird that they're, you know, kind of turning a blind eye to these mods that add Zelda stuff to the PC version. You'd think you would want that to be an exclusive and get it taken down, but I guess they're fine with it. It's a little surprising because they're usually really, really picky about that kind of stuff.
Has there been any kind of content on a mod that's been called into copyright claim? Taken down?
I'm actually not sure. I don't know about Zelda stuff. I mean, Skyrim stuff. Okay, that was really cool. That was a Poe directly from. Oh, that's awesome! I want to see if this actually works. It said it's an enchanted torch that I can also use as a weapon. Oh, it doesn't light the room though. It just looks cool. That is really neat though. It's too bad it doesn't have any light attached to it. I'll have to switch back to a normal torch. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm a little behind on the video. That is a cool torch.
Yeah, so that was a completely brand new enemy. There's nothing like that in the base game that I've ever seen. And it seemed like it stunned me as well whenever it attacked me. I couldn't even move or anything. Activate lever. Do I have to turn all the levers on, I guess? Mage's Journal. The endless trains of the faithless, blah blah blah. And it's just rambling. Oh, there's the dead mage back here. Okay. Oh, that spell that I was gonna go buy earlier. I just found the spell book for it. Perfect. Let's learn that real quick. That is very fortunate timing. Alteration. There we go. Now you should be able to see really well.
Oh yeah, wow, that's brighter.
Yeah, that spell makes a big difference. Let me... Now I can use my Hylian shield again. Alright.
Oh, Krister is asking about Vive Pro. Have not tried Vive Pro together with Skyrim yet. David has... Did you try it? You tried it at CES, right?
The Pro, yeah, I tried it at CES and also at GDC. Pretty much all the Valve demos I tried at GDC were with the Pro.
Yeah, and I have a review on Upload. You can check out. It might be on one of the sidebars. I'll put it in the featured bar. Super comfortable. Big step forward in comfort. There was some missing sound. That HTC says is a bug that they're going to try to fix. But I've heard it's everything that was in the system, not just like a VR experience, but if you just used the speakers on both the Rift and the Vive Pro as a sound output from the PC, there was a lot of sound loss on 5 Pro. Visuals, you know, it's weird. The whole optics system of all VR headsets have all these give and takes, and the added clarity in the middle of the 5 Pro screen is amazing. It's a huge step forward, but it almost seems like...
Oh, that's really cool.
Sorry.
Sorry, I found a mask on one of these zombies that whenever I wear it will muffle the screams that they have that make me freeze and get paralyzed. That's pretty cool. So the clarity in the middle of the lens is much increased. You can't see the lenses, the circles in the lenses very well right in the center of the lens. You still see them on the outside of the lenses, near the edges. And then you've got this effect where you kind of turn your eyes to the left or the right, and you kind of look at the edges of the lens. And for some reason, I noticed myself doing that more in Vive Pro. So I just noticed my eyes pointing towards the edges of the lenses and being distracted by the problems there with the distortions where the letters are kind of blurred. If you're looking at some text, for example. So it's hard to justify for people that are just looking for oh wow,
fun and have a tight budget to
this is
spend $1,100 on that.
This shield is from Skyward Sword.
Ooh.
The Sacred Shield. I'm gonna give that to Inigo so he can use it instead of his generic Dawnguard one. I'm gonna keep using the Hylian Shield, of course.
Something on your mind?
It's almost like I remember back when I got the first iPhone. I think they charged $700 or $800 for that very first one, and you still had to sign a 2-year contract with it. And
I'll give that to you too.
It was horrible to spend that much for an iPhone, but I want to say within 6 or 9 months, very, very quickly, it was a pretty standard $400, and then within a couple of years, it was starting cheaper than that. But I don't know. It seems like that the Vive Pro needs to come down in price over the next 6 months to a year for consumers to get into it. I'm also just generally wondering about Knuckles controllers and how cheap Valve will be able to make the next generation sensors. Those two things in combination with Vive Pro would make an amazing package. If it was
the DQ Shield from Ocarina of Time. That is so amazing. Oh man, I can't believe it looks so good. How the heck did he make it look so good? That's amazing.
I used it on 3 different PCs. I used it on a 1060, a 1080, and a 1080 laptop, a 1080 PC, a tower, and a 1060. And it really depends on the settings of the game, how ready it is to take advantage of the display. Yeah, it's hard to say what the pattern is there, because I think devs really need to optimize more. I tried Vacation Simulator, the sequel at GDC on the Vive Pro, and it was breathtaking how much prettier it looked all around, and that art style really does a good job of hiding the circles on the lenses too. So it combines to have a really wonderful effect. I don't have a huge amount of time with Deluxe Audio Strap. I'm mostly comparing comfort to the other VR headsets
I can use a skeleton arm as a weapon. Oh my god, that's so cool. Hey man, high five.
Yeah, I've tried the deluxe audio strap, just not for hours.
Oh, dang, okay. Beat you with your cousin's arm.
That's a pretty cool looking skeleton. That thing, I like watching that thing fall apart.
What does this Nord have? Some fancy ore. He's got a journal. And no one cares. You're dead now. Ooh, I'm gonna have to drop some stuff. Yeah. Oh no, I can just give it to... You can give it all to Inigo. Come over here. Cannot run at all because of all the stuff that I'm carrying.
It's kind of crazy when you think about the
There we
only
go.
thing holding back Samsung Odyssey from being a more portable system as a smaller PC. Like, if they could make a pocket-sized Odyssey is already the same resolution as Vive Pro and completely inside out. That'd be pretty compelling if they could make a pocket PC, or I don't know, all the backpack PCs are still slightly modified laptops. I don't know how small it is.
No, I don't want you to use that shield. There we go. Yeah, I think it's an interesting thing to think about. I would love to have something like that. I would also love to have the room to use it. Because, you know, I have my Vive and Rift and everything set up in my office, and I've got enough room to move around, but I mean, it wouldn't be enough to really take advantage of. Oh, whoa, that's a gossip stone. That's lifted right out of Zelda. You can find the Mask of Truth in this mod, and you can talk to these gossip stones, and they give you hints about where things are located. That is pretty neat. Okay. I have been trying to keep an eye out. What? Is that? No way. Where is that thing at? Yeah! It's a necklace called the Piece of Heart, like you get in the Zelda games. It increases your health by 100. Wow. That's a lot. Okay, I must have missed a key somewhere. I feel like I'm in the water temple from Ocarina of Time right now. Does he have a key? No. No key on that guy. I feel like I was searching pretty thoroughly. Yeah, searched in there. Yeah, just the sword. Nothing here. Maybe I missed one of these coffins that has a key in it. I'm not seeing... What's that? Oh, it's just a mask. Yeah, I definitely don't see a key anywhere. What time is it right now, Ian? Why did we get disconnected? Where, oh where could the key be? Got that chest. Hold on one second, everybody. Let me check my phone real quick. Yeah, looks like he got disconnected. Let me re-invite him to the Discord chat. One second, everybody. Hopefully I can find that key that I'm missing so I can actually progress in this dungeon. Okay. Look at that Master Sword. All of its beautiful glory.
I'm back.
Alright, cool. I cannot for the life of me find a key that I need to unlock the next door. I feel like I'm stuck in an actual Zelda dungeon right now. See, I can't even open this treasure chest because it requires a key. Man. You know what? I think I came from that way, but I never went this way. So let's see what's over here. Wait, no, that's the way I came from. Dang it. And I can't go up this way. I feel like I should be able to get up there. I'm tempted to cheat right now, but I'm going to try not to. Let's see, do I have any scrolls that would help? I can summon this wolf mount. I don't know if that's going to do anything, but I can give it a shot. Let's see. Let's go ahead and see what this does. It didn't do anything. What the heck? Well, that was a bust. Do I have any potions that make me jump really high or fly or anything? I don't think so. I'm gonna... Oh, there he is. There's my mount. Okay. I'm riding this giant wolf. Maybe he can run up this hill. Oh yeah, look at that. I feel like I just cheated, but I don't really care. Hold on one second. I'm gonna have to set the headset down. My wife's calling me. Alright, I'm back. You still there, Ian? That must have been added by a mod or something, because I don't think that was in the core game. Whoa. Can't even get around this guy. He's blocking the hallway. Alright. What's in here? Nope. No key. Got some more fairy tears. And this entire section didn't have anything. Great. Hey, you were just in the way, dude. There we go. Did you get disconnected again, Ian? Let's see if we have any questions. Yeah, I agree. Some background Zelda music would be really nice. I thought the mod provided that, but I guess it doesn't. You know, I have music on, but I'm not hearing any. I think the author of this mod really wanted things to feel as authentic to Skyrim as possible without, you know, losing or interfering too much or being too unfriendly to the lore. So that's kind of the approach the creator of the mod took. Yeah, it requires a key to open, but I ran into a brick wall right now because I don't have any more keys. I need a key to get through the next door. And I need a key to open that chest. Let's see if there's another path that I didn't take earlier that maybe I can go through now. I don't think there's anything back there. I don't think I'm supposed to be able to get through that. I mean, would he hide a friggin' key on just one of these messed up bodies? I wouldn't put it past him to put a key pretty much anywhere. Oh, of course. There's. Oh my god. One of these burnt up corpses had the key. Oh man, that's a little frustrating, I gotta be honest. I'm gonna have to just get in the habit of searching every single nook and cranny to make sure I don't miss any obvious stuff like that. Alright. I have my key now. Alright, I went over there. Let's just keep going this way. Should be able to get through that next door. I'm not going to waste my key on this chest. Oh wait, no. I already opened that one. Okay. The next door should be just a little bit further. This is where I killed that Poe. It was an actual Poe from Zelda. It's freaking crazy. There's a big old Skulltula, had a Stalfos. Okay, is this the chest that's currently locked? I don't want to waste my key on. Nope, okay. Gerudo Saber. Yeah, I guess Ian must have gotten disconnected again. He didn't really stay connected very long this time. Let me try recalling one more time. Alright. Yep, so this is the room I was in last. Here we go. Open. What? I have a key. Are you kidding me? Is it not the right kind of key? Are there different types? I have a freaking small key. Did I not pick it up? Armory key. Small key. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of small keys. Okay. It's a little frustrating. Found a key that, but I don't have a lock to open. Let's... Can I fast travel in here? It doesn't look like it. I've got to be nearing the end of this place. You know what? I wonder if that chest that's locked I could open with a small key, and then maybe inside of that chest there will be a key for the door. Yeah, that's my working theory right now. Let's see if that's the case. Is that the one? Nope. Alright, keep going, keep going. I think I opened this one already. Yep. This must be the one that's locked. Yes! Potion, diamond necklace. Doesn't look like there's anything that would really... Yeah. Okay. Well, that wasn't helpful. Let me try going back to the very beginning and seeing if there's a door that I can unlock now that I couldn't before. Maybe that's the thing I'm missing here, is I should have gotten a different key earlier on in the dungeon that I missed. Yeah, they're here. This is back near the beginning. Yeah. Okay. Because I have that key that I'm guessing must go to something that I haven't unlocked yet. Yeah. I like to wait to level up until my health is low, so then I can level up and it automatically heals me completely. It's kind of cheesing the system a little bit, but whatever. Okay, here we go. This is back at the very beginning. This long hallway. There's a door that was locked. Let me see. Nope. Lock cannot be picked. Requires a key. I don't know. I'm at a loss here. Yeah, there's a knife. Honestly, at this point, I'm thinking about just using the console to turn off collision so I can just travel through these doors and I can finish the mod, because it's a little frustrating that I just have no idea where the keys are. You know, I've searched this entire place. We're gonna do it. And I'm not even gonna feel bad about it. Alright. Let's get the console. There we go. Went through the door. Can I open it? Nope. Alright. There we go. That's what cheating looks like. This goes to the shrine. Sure. Let's see what's down here. Are you serious? There are so many freaking doors. There were no keys in there. I found every key that I could. Oh, here we go. Okay, I kind of cheated. I must have bypassed the boss, because that was definitely... That's a fairy in a jar. I'll snag that. Okay. So I don't really want to miss out on the entire boss fight. Yeah, my homie back there can't get through. I think that's for the A Song of Time block. Is that what that is? Is that the Song of Time? Or Arcane Horizon? You know what? It kind of bums me out. I don't want to totally bypass the final boss. Is this a fake wall? No. Maybe I can just skip. Oh no, the water bugged me out. Crap. I wasn't ready to go through water. Alright, I think it can load an autosave. Yeah. Alright.
Excuse me, my friend.
Of course. Stupid key. I'm trapped on this side. Okay. Let's do that. I can get through the door. Okay, I'm gonna go back down to where I was at earlier. Just do a shortcut here. Don't mind me. Yep, just skipping past some stuff. I don't think I was near the end like I thought I was. Man. How many... Where the heck are the keys at? I have searched everywhere for these keys. I have no idea where the missing keys are located. Okay. So here's the door that I couldn't get through. There. So I'll just put myself right back here. And hopefully that is the final time I will need to use the console. Ooh, that's a fairy. It's like... It's the block of time. I don't have the ocarina yet though, so I can't do anything. Oh man, this water is not the easiest thing to get through in VR when you're doing the realistic swimming. Ooh. All right. Palmer ear. Short sword. Whoa! Oh, dang it! I was not prepared for how powerful that thing was. Oh man, all the way back here. Okay, you know, I think that's a good stopping point for right now. I know I'm close to the ocarina. But yeah, so that's the Relics of Hyrule mod for Skyrim. As you can see, it adds, you know, the Master Sword. You've got the Hylian shield. He's holding the Sacred Shield. That's a Hylian Scout helmet. You know, in my inventory, I've got even more stuff that I found in this mod, like the Posed Bludgeoning Torch, which is a mace that looks like a torch. It's really cool. The hero's bow, which is, you know, crazy good damage. A different type of arrow. Yeah, so I mean there's, oh yeah, the Deku shield. I mean, that's straight out of Ocarina of Time. Just lots of really cool stuff. Whoops, I don't think I meant to do that. I can't get through these doors right now. The final thing that I want to show before the end of the stream let me take you somewhere very special. We're gonna go back up. I'm gonna leave this dungeon for now. And you might be thinking, you know, there's an obviously very iconic piece of equipment that Link has in almost every Zelda game that I haven't shown yet, and that is his tunic. And I do have that. I have it on a mannequin back in my home. I forgot to grab it. So I'm going to go fast travel there. And then we'll call it a day. So here we go. Back at Whiterun. I've got a mod installed that changes the breeze home. It makes it look a whole lot better. More features, more amenities, it's larger, it does pretty much everything you would need a home to do. And it's right here in Whiterun, so you don't have to, you know, buy a bunch of houses and, you know, all that kind of stuff. It has just like everything you need here in one house. So this is a great mod. Yes, here we are. It's fantastic. Got my nice fireplace going. I got Vilja, one of the other modded followers I have. She's hanging out here. Bree's home. I've even... I think Lydia should be here. Huh. I don't know. She might be hiding. I'm not sure. But yeah, look at that. There it is. I have the hero's tunic. You know what? I'm gonna stick my sword in there. Beautiful. Look at that. Got the Master Sword in a very nice display case. Perfect. Alright. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. You can find out more about Skyrim VR as well as modding over at uploadvr.com, where we have our full review. We have a list of recommended mods for the VR version. We've got some features on different mods that let you do things like control your spells with your voice, and just saw, you know, a lot of different coverage and ways to make Skyrim VR more immersive and everything. Yeah, so I would love to see more of this dungeon when I get further. Yeah, Krister. Yeah, we definitely. I want to finish that dungeon, and there's like a dozen dungeons added by this Relics of Hyrule mod. So, you know, there's a ton of content. I gotta look up where the keys are, because I feel like I must have been missing something, because I just couldn't find those last few keys. That was really frustrating. Yeah, so here we go. I'll just sit here at the chair by the fire. So, you know, that's the end of the stream. I tried to show as much as I could in a limited amount of time, but there's a lot of content in the Zelda mod. But thanks for watching, and we'll continue to do more mods in the future. You know, you can reach me on Twitter. Let me know if you want to see more Zelda stuff, or if you want to see different types of mods. Whatever the case may be, just let me know. Thanks for watching, everybody.